Hi, my name is Vaiation, and this is the Impossible Bass Bebop Line number 2. Once again, what makes it impossible? What is impossible is all the benefits that you can get by learning this line and to do this in one video, but I sure am going to try. So many benefits. First of all, let me explain to you what this line is about. It's a bebop line. What makes it a bebop line? It has the characteristics of a particular type of bebop line that's most common, and that would be an arpeggio with one added chromatic approach tone. And that would happen between the flat 7 and the 1. And that's all the alteration, and that's the only one blues note. And yet it makes it very jazzy, just that one note. Sometimes less is more. Yeah, and you'll find this out if you're practicing scales and trying to find ways to improvise. When you get down to it and you look at how other people play, most often it's much more simple than you would imagine. And that is the case of this line. So what we are working with here is I'm going to be using 2 different shapes in a series of a sequence of 3. Shape A, and then shape A repeated, and then shape B. And at the same time, we're going to be moving to the cycle of fourths, because this is a 7th chord. And with 7th chords, it must resolve up a 4th. And it's most common in music. You do it all the time, no matter what type of music you're playing, 5/7 to 1. The 3rd element we're going to be doing, we're going to be going across the neck. And the 4th is at any time you can change direction of going up and down, yet still maintain traveling in the cycle of fourths. It's actually pretty incredible, and it's fun to negotiate it. And when I practice, I go up and down and all around, and it allows you to have the ability to resolve a 5/7 chord no matter where you are on the neck, and you have the option of using 2 different shapes. I know that sounds like a lot, but let me show you exactly what I'm talking about using diagrams, notes, and tab. Okay, we're starting out with a C7th chord. We're going to play it in all 12 keys. We're also going to play this as the first part of the sequence of 3, part A. And we are playing it on the 5th position, starting with the 5th. The 5th, the 3rd, the root, the chromatic approach to the 7th, the 7th, the 2, the root, and then the flat 7 again. Now we're going to add one more thing, which is optional, an advanced technique with the right hand, which is alternating fingers consistently from the index to the middle and back and forth. We'll start with the index. I'll overemphasize it so you can see. As you can see, I ended with my middle finger, which means I played it correctly and alternated without any repetition or raking. Now let's play it a little faster and repeat it, and I'll show you another way of checking yourself and ensuring that you're alternating fingerings to get you the best articulation that you can. So what I did there was I accented the first beat. And because I accented it, it gives me an awareness of what I did on the first beat, and I played with my index finger. And so if I did that, and that lets me know that I alternated correctly without any repetition, and it was correct. Next, we're going to be playing an F7th arpeggio, and we're going to use the A shape. This will be the second part of our 3-part sequence, and it is up 1 string, playing it from A, D, and G, using the same shape, A. I will also be using the same right-hand technique from the index, middle. I recommend using the same approach I did before, going fast, slow, and accenting the first beat with your index finger. This will be the third part of our sequence. I'm going to be using shape B, and it is a B flat 7th chord. It's played on the D and the G strings. And it has one special thing that the other two do not. It is played in 2 positions to make this work the easiest way. Looks like this. I play the first half of the line in the 7th position, like this. Then we move to the 8th position and play the rest of the line. At this point, I've showed you the sequence with the 3 different parts in detail for the first of 4 sequences. Each sequence has 3 parts. 4 times 3 is 12 equals 12 keys. So I think it would be redundant for me to show you each sequence one at a time. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to play the 12 keys all at once, and I'm going to provide the notation and tab. And what I did with the notation and tab is I kept every system with 3 measures. Each system would be a sequence. Sequence 1, 3 measures. 2, 3, and 4 equals 12 measures. If you play each sequence one after the other, you will have played all 12 keys. We've now completed 12 keys in the cycle of fourths, ascending up the neck from here to here. That's not the end of it, and then you have to descend. When descending, I had to change things a little bit because it doesn't go down the way it goes up. It doesn't work that way. The fingerings and the positions don't work, so I am going to be showing you the sequences to descend. Now, once we get to the G, that's where it turns around and it starts going through the cycle, starting with C again, 12, and now we're going to do 12 more keys. So here was the G7 to give you perspective. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to play the C from here. 17th position, from the 17th fret, using the A shape. Now we're going to move up to the next string to play the F7th, and we're going to use the A shape, only it's going to be on the A, D, and G strings. So far we have C7th and F7th. Now we're going to complete the cycle. We used 2 A shapes. Right now we're going to start the B flat 7, and this is where it changes. It changes to a B shape, but the B shape is played a little bit different. I mean, same notes, but we're using 2 different positions, and we're going to have to pivot with the hand. At one point, pivoting from the index finger to the baby finger, which is a little bit of a challenge. So here is the B flat 7th. So you go to the 5, the 3, and when you go into the 1, the B flat, you're pivoting from the index to the baby finger. And you can see them all cramped up there, and I open my hand up, and I can complete it. So now we're going to go all the way down the neck, like I said, and we're only using the B shape and the A shape. And we're starting on a B flat 7th. That was E flat using the A shape on the A, D, and G strings. I'll go over that one more time. B flat 7 using the B shape. And an E flat using an A shape starting on A, D, and G. So right now it's changed into the sequence with only 2 parts, the B shape and the A shape. Now we're going to play the A flat 7 with the B shape. D flat 7th with the A shape. And so forth, all the way down the neck. And there's our C. We can start all over again, right from here. So it goes perfect. You can go all the way up, you're in position to go down, you go all the way down, and you can start all over again without making a big shift or anything, because you land right in the right spot to start over again. If you like this video and you want to practice further, I have study materials on my Patreon page, which would include the full 24 measures in notes and tabs, ascending and descending, as well as a play-along. I also would like to ask if you might subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of the videos yet to come, like and comment. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.